20 years ago, I came to San Diego at a crossroads in my life. I didn't know what the next chapter would look like. I was going through a divorce. I knew that it was going to be groundbreaking because I had to reinvent myself. And somehow this city turned into everything I didn't even know that I needed. Hey, welcome back to Living in San Diego. I'm Jennifer, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to do neighborhood breakdowns and cost of living deep dive. I want to do something a little more personal. My journey here has been quite remarkable. So after 2 decades, 8 neighborhoods, 3 dogs, a cat, and a career I never expected, multiple spiritual awakenings, and finding the love of my life, that's the best part, I'm going to share with you in this video what it's really like to live in San Diego long term. The beauty, the challenges, the politics that are reshaping our landscape, and the truth about whether I'm staying or I'm thinking about leaving. Because San Diego hasn't just been the place where I live, it really has been the place where I became myself. When I moved here in December of 2004, all I knew was that something in my life needed to change, and fast. I had arrived with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of hope, and absolutely no idea how profoundly this city was about to shape my life. I came from the deep South, so this was quite a culture shock. San Diego gave me room to breathe, to grow, to build my identity beyond being a mom or a partner. And this is the city where my spirituality came alive. I learned that spirituality and religion are not the same thing, and that exploring meditation, yoga, and recovery wasn't rebellion, it was really healing for me. And years later, it gave me one of the greatest gifts of my entire life, my partner, Brendan. He's one of the most wholesome, grounded human beings and an incredible yacht broker who's been in the business for 37 years. So if you're going to move here and you need a house and you want a really, really big boat, we can help you with that. We've got you covered. You'll see a picture of us here on the screen. Absolutely adore my husband. I didn't just live in San Diego for the past 20 years. I lived all over San Diego. I won't get into the reasons for the multiple moves that I've had while I've lived here, but I started at Wind and Sea in La Jolla, back when rent was shockingly low for living at one of the most beautiful beaches in the world and premier surf spots. North Park I lived in, and it had walkability and grit, and I lived in University Heights with its charm, Normal Heights, simple and unpretentious, Fairmont Park, hillside and quiet, Serra Mesa, central and practical, Crown Point, coastal adjacent, active, always outside, and finally here in Point Loma, the place where my soul says, yeah, this is home. And I mean, these views, come on, you can't beat it. I didn't just learn these neighborhoods from reading real estate reports. I learned them because I've lived in them. I've wandered in them. I've built a life inside them. And people think I always wanted to be a realtor, but that's not really true. When I moved here, I was a mortgage loan officer. The market crashed in 2007. Everything flipped upside down. I wanted to work for Deepak Chopra and do spiritual awakenings with people. My sister at the time was one of the top short sale people. The market had just crashed and she had 22 listings and a lot of short sales, and my family encouraged me to go to work for her. And I resisted at first because I really did want to do something more spiritual with animals. But I found my background and my love for building wealth through real estate made it really a great career for me. And so in 2008, I started studying my real estate exam and got my license, became a licensed realtor here in 2009 at the height of the crash. I know, it's crazy. Get your real estate license when the market's crashing. But here's the thing. People always need housing, and they need excellent human beings with integrity that want to explore their goals, their dreams, and not just sell them a house. I leaned into serving people during one of the hardest eras in California housing, helping people, watching them lose their homes, seeing how homes were treated when people got foreclosed upon was quite shocking back then. After 12 years as a consecutive top 10% agent, I know this city like the back of my hand, not just the homes. I know the lifestyles, the rhythms, the pockets of joy, the places worth investing in, the places worth living in, and the pockets you might want to avoid. Seriously, San Diego has some spots that aren't for everybody. What's the truth about living here? Let me tell you the truth about my experience living here. Indoor, outdoor living isn't a slogan. It really is a nervous system reset. I am addicted to outdoor living. There's no humidity. no mosquitoes, no bugs swarming your porch light. You barely use your heat. You barely use air conditioning. And you walk outside and the temperature always feels just right. Every morning I get to go out and give thanks to the sunrise, to my creator, to the life I get to live here. I get to take my dogs down to Bessemer Path and walk along the water and look at boats and yacht clubs and say hi to my neighbors. I dance with my friends to live music outside on patios, hike our local mountains. We've got so many. 12ers, 14ers. I spend weekends at markets and festivals. Thursdays, I get fresh organic produce dropped off at my door, like a little miracle of California living. It's amazing. And it's inexpensive. A huge box for like $35. If you want to know my source, let me know. And because San Diego's weather is so moderate, my two dogs, Charlie and Geely, who you see here, they get to come with me everywhere. Now, my beloved protector Buddy has been gone nearly 10 years, and my cat Dolan passed away 4 years ago. Oh, I miss that kitty. But their memory stays with me every day, and Charlie and Geely get to ride with me. So if you're wondering whether San Diego can change your life, I'm here to tell you. It can. But San Diego is not perfect, and I'm not going to pretend that it is by any stretch of the imagination. The political landscape is a lot. Sacramento is pushing through density infill projects through SB 9, SB 10, and SB 79. These policies are transforming neighborhoods in ways that most locals never voted for and don't even have a chance to weigh in on. Backyard lot splits, ADUs everywhere, apartment buildings on formerly quiet streets, parking strain, construction noise, sunlight disappearing behind new developments. And yes, millions of people have left California because of affordability, schooling, politics, and feeling out of control. And yet they're calling, we don't have enough housing when millions of people are leaving. I don't know. I gotta call BS on some of the agenda behind it, because there are people who are making billions of dollars ruining lives from people who've lived here 50, 60 years. Don't get me started on that. Okay, maybe that's for another video. My brother lives in Florida. He can't stand California. He says, why do you stay there with all of that stuff? You know, I stay because I love living in San Diego, because I believe in responsible development, because I know the lifestyle is worth protecting, and because I choose to fight for what makes San Diego, San Diego. I absolutely love it. And I don't want to run and turn tail like a lot of people do, and they move to, Idaho or Florida or Arizona or Nevada. Would that be easier? Yeah, I guess my dad, he was a colonel in the Army, so he didn't raise me to run off from a fight. He raised me to buckle up, throw it up, put your boots on, and get in there and stand up for what you believe. So that's what I do. I actually participate locally in politics. I show up at events and try to advocate for what I believe is best for the city and my clients and responsible growth here. Voices need to be heard, and I'm actually grateful for the opportunity to do so. But let's talk about affordability. My first one bedroom was a granny flat that was $1,000 a month back in 2005. Today it would be $2,500, $2,700 a month. So the real question is, can you afford to live in San Diego? It's kind of what lifestyle do you want and what work supports that lifestyle. Traffic exists, of course it does. Nobody here knows how to merge. But if you intentionally design your life like my friend's son did in Encinitas, you can live 10 minutes from everything you need without touching the freeway. So, quick story, my friend's 25-year-old son just moved here after spending time abroad and figuring out his direction in life. He thought Los Angeles might be his spot, till he realized Los Angeles and San Diego are different personalities, different planets. I would never live in Los Angeles. So he ended up choosing Encinitas. Now, he gets to bike everywhere, walk everywhere, eat tacos, meet people, all within 10 minutes walking of his home. He absolutely loves it. He came from Florida and Georgia. And I think he's probably going to stay. So, Mom, he's fine. We got him. We're taking good care of Marky down here. And that really is the magic of San Diego. You get to design the version of this city that you want by finding your little microcosm of yumminess and wonderfulness. There's so many different flavors to choose from. So would I still move here today? Absolutely. With all my heart, a million times yes. I wake up every single morning with gratitude so big I can feel it in my chest. I have a life beyond my wildest dreams. I found myself here. I found love here. I found purpose here. I get to be of service to you here. This city didn't just give me a new chapter, it gave me the life I was meant to live, a life beyond my wildest dreams. But should you move here? I don't know. Do you crave sunlight, movement, creativity, fresh starts, health, nature, a lifestyle that encourages reinvention? San Diego might be exactly where you were meant to land. And beautiful bodies. Everywhere's beautiful bodies. Not much obesity in San Diego. There is a lot of fit people here. So if you are thinking about relocating next year, next week, this week, first of all, you can download my relocation guide. It's in the pinned comment at the top pinned comment, or it's also on the screen in a QR code. And you can always give me a call. I do pick up my phone. I love making these videos for you guys, but I really enjoy talking to you guys more. I've had some people reach out to me about wanting to rent here. San Diego is a little bit different in rentals. I'm happy to help you guys, but just know it's not like New York and other areas where most of those rentals are put on the MLS. They're mostly on Zillow and Realtor.com. So yes, I am happy to help you find a rental here. However, we'll work through that process together. So thanks for staying till the end of this video. You might enjoy this video here if you want to learn about some of the neighborhoods in San Diego, or this video over here. Meanwhile, as always, stay sunny, San Diego.